Nation, Sneaky P here, back with all the news after week 17 and year number 6 of our Columbus Aviators franchise, where the Aviators picked up a victory and secured a first round bye. Today we are going to go over all of the stats throughout the league, as well as the yearly awards. This is probably going to be a longer news video for all those interested to follow everything going on. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Weekly awards, week 17. Lawson for the Panthers, 19-28, 251 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. Tate, 5 tackles, 2 interceptions. Avian Atkins with 6 tackles and 2 interceptions. And then Artie Bell against the Aviators, 25-31. 366 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also ran for 77 yards. Let's go ahead and find out the league MVP once again. And it is Russell Wilson at number 1. Josh Broussard coming in at 2. James Gomez 3. Blake Bortles 4. Max Austin 5, Teddy Bridgewater 6, Nate Keller 7, Marcus Mariota at number 8, Brody Jennings at 9, and Demetrius Pearson coming in at number 10. Coach of the year is Ryan Mack getting it done. Mike McCarthy for the Seahawks coming in at 2, Arthur Cohen's at 3, Thomas Single at 4, Chip Kelly 5, Brady Leland at 6, Mike McCoy 7, Ronald that dude at number 8, Gary Kubiak at 9, and Michael Latimer coming in at number 10. Let's go ahead and check out the NFC first. Going to go through kind of quickly, guys, because we have a lot to do today. We will take a bit more time on the rookies and maybe even the position or offensive and defensive player of the year. Obviously, Russell Wilson 1, Josh Broussard 2, Bortles 3, Austin 4, Mariota 5, Bridgewater 6, Reed Harrison for the Cardinals at number 7, Jamal Charles on the Vikings at number 8, Demetrius Pearson 9, and Mark Ingram on the Cardinals at number 10. Defensive Player of the Year, Dominique Childs winning the award there. Sam Barrington 2, Tahir Whitehead at 3, Deion Buchanan at 4, Bobby Wagner 5, Donald Butler 6, Zach Brown at number 7, Ray Maluga coming in at 8, Clay Matthews 9, and C.O. Moore at number 10 for the 49ers there. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Darren Lawson. We just saw that he had a really good game in Week 17. He is going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year for the Panthers there. Gabe Curtis at number 2 for the Rams. Oscar James at number 3 for the Cowboys. Terrell Nicholas number 4 for the Saints. And again, you know, a 71 overall winning, a 68 at number 4. Not a lot of great players over here. Patrick Greenwood coming in at number 5. Connor Blake at number 6. Russell Alden at number 7. DeMar Parker at number 8. Adrian Collins, number 9. And Devin Thomas, number 10 there. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Kawan Kinney for the Buccaneers, who went 1-14-1. Not a good season for them, but they will have the reigning Defensive Rookie of the Year at least going into next year. Brady Thomas going to come number 2. Brian Houston, number 3. DeLons Wilson at number 4. E.J. Crawford, 5. Corey Malone at number 6. Rashad Odom at number 7. Maxwell at number 8. Dion Cunningham at number 9. And Lakeith Nelson at number 10 for the Lions there. And we're just going to go through kind of quickly. It's really weird to see Broussard at number 1 over Russell Wilson. Wilson must have done a lot more damage on the ground. He did win MVP. He also won Offensive Player of the Year. So to not win quarterback is a little bit interesting, but that's the way things went, I suppose. Again, going to go through kind of quickly, and that is a shocker right there. Would not have anticipated that, but sometimes running backs get on this list that you wouldn't see happening, I guess. Spencer Tracy going to be on that list. We know all about him. There's Mohamed Sanu on the Saints as well. Offensive line, probably, well, the Cowboys, they have 3 players here, so the dominance is dying down a little bit. Alden Smith going to win Best Offensive Lineman there. Star Latulele on the Rams. Aaron Lynch on this list as well. Aaron Donald surprisingly far down the list. Luke Kuechly winning Best Linebacker. No surprise there. C.O. Moore on the 49ers going to be there with Navarro Bowman. Kawan Kinney, the rookie, is actually on that list as well. Nice to see that. There's Ace Harris, a.k.a. Keyston Mack, for the Packers on Best Defensive Backs here. And Trey Boston on that list. A little shocking to see him, I would say. Good player, but, you know, he had a great season, apparently. AFC, here we go. James Gomez, number 1. Nate Keller, 2. Brody Jennings, Le'Veon Bell. Rodman Scott coming in on the list for the Aviators at number 5. Andrew Luck. Curtis Harden on this list at number 8. Defensive Player of the Year. Maxi Griffin on the list, Bostic, and here we go, 3 aviators in a row. Very shocking because our defense was terrible throughout the season, but Trenton McKnight, Ramorius Culver, and Ryan Shazier are all going to make the list. I would have to say a lot of this has to do with the tackle glitch where they get so many assisted tackles throughout the game. Not that any of them had bad seasons, but overall our defense really did struggle. Jakari Lawson going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year for the Broncos there. DeJuan Nixon, number 2. Aaron Brandon at 3. Brenton Lewis at number 4. Edward Parker on this list for the Aviators at number 5. James Evans, 6. DJ Hilliard at number 7. Mark Jackson at number 8, Andrew Patrick at 9, and Connor Hopkins at number 10. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Andrew Livingston for the Browns, Antoine Patrick at number 2, Marquand Sutton at 3, Jordan Branch at 4, Omari Gordon on this list for the Aviators at number 5, Michael Sims coming in at number 6 there, Thurman Russell at number 7, Davian Neely at number 8, Fernando Ramsey at number 9, and Darius Brown at number 10. Going to go through kind of quickly now as we see Artie Bell on that list. Boy, he torched us. Ralph's going to make it. And then Tyson Russell is going to come in at number 10 here. Despite the injury, he's still making it work. Rodman Scott, number 2 on best running back list. He really picked up his game towards the second half of the season a little bit. Best wide receiver. I can't imagine anybody was close to what Curtis Harden did this season. Definitely going to be number 1 there. Sean Hardy within the division going to be at number 3. We know about him. Kendall Wright, the former Aviator, coming in at number 4 there. Interesting to see that. Brian Quick from Appalachian State, baby, going to be at number 8. For the Patriots offensive line, and we are going to see every single Aviator make this list. Our run game struggled a lot early on in the season. They did do a pretty good job of protecting the quarterbacks, so despite the injuries, we didn't give up a whole lot of sacks. Khalil Mack going to be at number 1 for best offensive lineman here. And no Aviators on this list. Linebackers, I do expect, you would think, that Shazier would be higher considering where he placed on the defensive players of the year list, but apparently not. Defensive backs, and let's see if we have anybody here. Trenton McKnight and Ramorius Culver and Tyrone Stevens all going to make the list. Again, kind of shocking to see so many of our defensive players there, considering our struggles throughout the season of preventing teams from scoring points on us. So let's go ahead and check out the stats. First, what we are going to do is look at our team stats. We're going to do this very quickly and then check out the NFL stats. On the season, Brady Rodgers actually had the best quarterback rating. Matt Scott at number 2. And Russell had another bad game. 2 bad games since returning. Hopefully he will settle down a little bit, or maybe we've got to consider putting Matt Scott there as we move forward. It's a tough decision. Rodman Scott over 1,500 yards, only 4 yards a carry. He did get 14 touchdowns, though, to go with 6 from Tavon Austin, so 22 touchdowns on the ground. Got to be pretty happy with our production there, I would say. Receiving the ball, Curtis Harden, 100 catches, 1,800 yards, and 14 touchdowns, over 100 yards a game, and he just had a spectacular season. Both Wayne Chapman and Sean Sutton were very close to clipping the century mark as well. They will fall shy, but Wayne Chapman did get 9 touchdowns with his 76 catches. Sean Sutton, 60 catches, 6 touchdowns. Doyle Green Beckham, only 3 touchdowns for him. He did get some very clutch catches for us throughout the season, though. Blocking, that's not a big thing. Let's see. Not a whole lot of pancakes there. Defensively, and again, this is why we had so many players so high up on that list. It's this glitched assisted tackle stat there. Just kind of makes it difficult to follow, really. Derek Morgan with 14 sacks on the season, 10.5 for Shazier. Casey with 6, Reyes with 5, Omari Gordon, the rookie, with 4, 3.5 for Malik Hale, 2 for Culver and Coley, 1.5 for Justin Brown and Deion Knight, and then 1 for Jabbar Jordan and Kenneth Jackson. Interceptions, 4 for Trenton McKnight, 4 for Tyrone Stevens, 4 for Denard Jackson, 3 for Culver, 2 for Taylor, 1 for Hale, and 1 for Justin Brown. Let's see. Fumbles forced, 3 for Culver, 3 for Shazier, 2 for Tyrone Stevens. Fumbles recovered, 2 for McKnight, 2 for Hale. No blocks. I don't think we had a safety either, and I don't think we had a defensive touchdown all season long. Very interesting to see that. Kicking 23 of 32. Really not getting the production that we would have liked from Mason Johnson this year. Once again, kind of struggling a bit. Marquette King did have a good season for us. But Kari Boswell, 2 kicks returned for a touchdown. And then Tavon Austin with a punt return for a touchdown there. Let's go ahead and get to the NFL stats here and see what we got going on. Let's see, yards. And this is going to be Nate Keller, over 5,000 yards. We had 4 quarterbacks with over 5,000 yards here. Nate Keller, Josh Broussard, Blake Bortles, and Russell Wilson. James Gomez, very, very close. Austin and Crosby, very close as well, which indicates Crosby actually stayed healthy this season. We know all about his injury history. Touchdowns, though, Josh Broussard, 50 touchdowns for Josh Broussard on the season. That is ridiculous. James Gomez, 43. The former Jet really finding his home with Denver there. Teddy Bridgewater, 42. Blake Bortles, 40. Russell Wilson, 38. But 50. Unbelievable. He did have 19 interceptions, which is quite a lot. But overall, when you're throwing 50 touchdowns, I don't think you complain too much. That is spectacular production there. Running the ball, Rodman Scott had the most carries by far. By the looks of things. Let's see. Yeah, nobody came close to the amount of times we handed the ball off there. And a lot of that had to do with the injuries to our quarterbacks. We really tried relying a bit more on the running game. Touchdowns, 18 for Le'Veon Bell, 17 for Shane Vereen, Rodman Scott, Taliaferro, and Lamar Miller, all with 14 on this list. Receiving, Bryant, 103 catches, Amari Cooper, 102, Spencer Tracy, 101, and then Curtis Harden, Mike Evans, and Calvin Johnson, all with 100. You see a bunch of players here with 99, almost making it. But I don't think anybody's coming close to yards, and they are not. Curtis Harden, again, over 1,800 yards there. Unbelievable. Touchdowns, 17, though, for Dez Bryant. And again, a lot of this is Josh Broussard with the Dez Bryant connection. Definitely a dangerous duo. Over a touchdown a game with that matchup right there. Crazy production from them. Amari Cooper, 15 touchdowns. Curtis Harden, Mohamed Sanu, and Spencer Tracy all going to have 14 there. Blocking, there's Alex Boone's on the Seahawks? What? Why would you do that? Come on, man. Tackles, we are going to have a lot of players up there. And there's the rookie, Kenny. We saw how good he was. That's a rookie right there. 145 solo tackles. Crazy production from him. But the assisted tackles for us playing in the games really just... And if I click this to show you guys how glitched it is, we have the top 4 players in the category over there. So hopefully that's fixed in Madden 17. Khalil Mack, 18. No! I didn't mean to do that. 18.5 sacks for Khalil Mack. Unbelievable production from him as well. Let's get back over there. I don't even know what I hit to exit out like that. Oh, well. We're back. 18.5 sacks. Here we go. Derek Morgan coming in at number 2 with 14. 12.5 for Jamie Collins. Ryan Kerrigan with 11.5. Shazier with 10.5. Eric Sullivan, 9.5. Interceptions, 7 for Sean Godfrey here. 7 for Chris Harris Jr. Preston Brown with 6. Deion Buchanan, Darius Slay, and Avian Atkins all with 6 as well. Quite a few players here with 5. Nobody really standing out a whole lot, though. Let's see. Fumbles forced, 5 for Bostic, 5 for McNeil. Fumbles recovered, 4 for McNeil. So really good production from him. Blocks, 2 for Rashard Riley, 2 for John Graves, 1 for Washington, Donald, Mack, and Smith. Safeties, Case Gordon there, Aaron Donald, Sheldon Richardson, and Whitney Merciless. At touchdowns, we have Richard Sherman, Bronson Martin, and Deion Buchanan, each with 2. Going to have a few players here with 1. More than a few. A lot of players with 1. None of which are going to be Aviators who just did not get a defensive touchdown this season. Again, kind of shocked about that. Kicking. we have, let's see, Justin Tucker. Let's just check out the long on the season. 61 yards. I believe that was against us, if I'm not mistaken. I wouldn't be shocked if all these big ones were against us. They do all three come within the division here, so that's probably what happened. Punting, Hecker going to have the most punts. Let's see about average here. And Marquette King going to win that award for us. Kick returns. We know that we are going to have Bakari Boswell on this list with 2, Finley with 2, Cabrera with 2, Odell Beckham Jr. with 2. Going to be quite a few players here with 1, including Antonio Brown, still returning kicks despite getting a bit up there in age now. And that's a lot of kick returns, actually. Punt returns, and nobody with 2, only 5 punts returned for a touchdown this season. Tavon Austin being one of them. Last but not least, before this video ends, is we are going to look at our matchups for the wild card round. So let's go ahead and do that really quick. See what we got over here. Playoff schedule. So in the wild card, we have the Ravens visiting the San Diego Chargers, still dealing with a lot of injuries, but they have a lot of firepower on offense that might still be able to get them the victory. They do have home field advantage for this matchup. The Cowboys taking on the Eagles in a battle of the divisions here, or a division battle, I guess. Not a battle of the divisions, but both within the same division. Big-time rivals. Going to be an interesting game there. The Raiders taking on the Patriots, and then the Bears taking on the Saints. A lot of really good matchups here. Let's see some predictions in the comments below. What do you guys think is going to happen in the matchups? And yeah, let me know, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys with all the news after the wild card round. Later.